We're going to talk about cost analysis. Cost functions have two parts, fixed costs and variable costs. The total cost of any production line is going to be equal to the variable costs plus the fixed costs. The fixed costs don't change as the quantity produced increases. These costs include things like design, tooling the factory, and training the workforce. The variable costs increase as the production increases. Things like materials, packaging, and shipping are all included in the cost per item in variable costs. So let's look at an example. Suppose the cost of producing x items is given by the function c of x equals 5x plus 1,000. Notice that we've used c to represent costs. Let's find c of 0. So this means that we need to put 0 into our cost function, so we get 5 times 0 plus 1,000 is equal to 1,000. So when no products are produced, the costs are 1,000. Since these are costs that are incurred without production, these are our fixed costs. Now let's go ahead and find c of 10 and c of 11. c of 10 is equal to 5 times 10 plus 1,000, which is 1,050. c of 11 is equal to 5 times 11 plus 1,000, or 1,055. In increasing production from 10 to 11, our costs change by the difference in these, which is c of 11 minus c of 10, or 1,055 minus 1,050, or 5. So that tells me that the 11th item costs $5. Notice that this corresponds to the slope of our linear cost function. The slope is our cost per item. So our function consists of two terms, a variable cost term and a fixed cost term. The variable cost term has 5x, where 5 is the slope, and the fixed cost term is the 1,000. So at any arbitrary production level n, the cost of producing the next item is simply given by c of n plus 1 minus c of n. When I substitute n plus 1 and n into our functions, I end up getting 5 times n plus 1, or 5n plus 5, plus 1,000, minus 5n minus 1,000. When I simplify all of that, that gives me 5. Our 5 is going to be the same no matter whether I'm at a production level of 10, 100, or 1,000. For a linear cost function, it's always going to be the slope of 5. Economists define the rate of change of the cost function as the marginal cost. Graphically, the marginal cost at a level x is the slope of the cost function at x. So in our linear function, the marginal cost is just equal to the slope. So looking back at our function c of x equals 5x plus 1,000, the slope of this function is 5. To understand what this means, we note that the units on the independent variable are the units of production, and on the dependent variable is dollars. So that means $5 per unit of production. So this means that when production is increased by 1 unit, the costs increase by $5. In other words, the marginal cost is simply the cost to increase production by 1 unit.